So hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is a new channel, my first video. It's called Evolving Together with Joey Brenis and Tarot, where I'm going to try to incorporate motivational and spiritual together, because I don't think you can rely on just one of either. I think that you should mix it together. Have a little bit of real, have a little bit of mysticism, have a little bit of real, have a little bit of mystery, have a little bit of spirituality. I think a little bit of magic is very good for anybody. And I never really took that seriously throughout my life. I was always a realist, very scientific-based person. But I've been through AA, and I learned that you can have spirituality without really being tied to any one religion. I think you can have spirituality without religion. And that's what I'm trying to incorporate here. Okay, so this channel is meant to help people get motivated, inspired, to move forward, just to move forward. Even if it's an inch, even if it's just to get out of your bed in your bedroom and move to the couch and go right back to sleep. I think that's one step. That's one step, you know. I know that I've been cooped up in my apartment for a while, for this pandemic, for a good amount of time. And I found that I have three things that I do. I do my bed, I fix the couch, I do the dishes. And if I do those every day, I end up getting moving. I get moving. Any little step will get you moving, any little step. And it's simple. It's simple, but it's hard, So anyway, a little background on myself. I am from Long Island. I've lived here my whole life, and I worked food service jobs mostly. I guess you can call me like a kind of a people pleaser. Hold on, my TV. I know. But anyway, 2020 was one of the darkest years of my life, between COVID, problems with alcohol, problems with drugs, problems with relationships, problems with family members, problem with basically everything, that I ended up cutting everybody out and focusing on me, focusing on myself. What I really did was just sit home and watch YouTube videos. But it taught me a good amount of knowledge, which may not show in this video because it is my first video. But granted, I'm very nervous, and I just want to put something out there to start the ball rolling in my forward motion. So I read a book. It was Mel Robbins' 5-Second Rule. And I'm not the best at reading. I think I'm mildly dyslexic. I'm not sure. I answer yes to a lot of questions. I answered a 10-question thing on dyslexia and said most likely I could have it, but I guess I never really had it that badly. But I always had extra help with math and reading in school. And but I was a regular kid. I had regular classes and everything. So I'm just, I can be a bit of a scatterbrain, and I lose my attention span very often. So bear with me. I know I'm looking at a script, but I don't have the best memory, so, just bear with me. So anyway, let's see. So some of the facts are basically the 5-second rule is if you're ever in a situation where you're about to do something and you're hesitant, and you seem to find yourself getting stuck in that middle space, that like thought and action in that middle space. If you let that go too long, your brain will talk you out of what you're about to do because it fears it, it's going to hold you back from something that it fears. But at the moment of hesitation, if you count back from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. No matter what, go. Don't think, just go. And I remember using that rule like I was a server for so many years, and you had to keep moving no matter what. Like you couldn't really stop to think. You'd think on your way to the table. But basically you just have to keep moving. You go forward. The more you think, the more you get set back, and I never really thought that in my life. I never really understood that. Like I figured like thinking about a situation would actually be better than not thinking about it because you don't want to go into anything blind. But actually, just moving forward blindly seems to be working out for me. And the more I stop and think about things, the more I hesitate. And the more I hesitate, the more I get nothing done. So, that's something that I learned also. Also, the high five habit. The high five habit is the way I use it. The way Mel says to use it is basically in the morning when you get up and you're brushing your teeth or whatever, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I'm disgusting. I look gross, Obviously you look gross. You've been sleeping. Everybody does. Everybody looks bad in the morning. But instead of putting yourself down every time you look in a mirror, and you just high five the mirror, say, you got this, you're good. And it's basically the same kind of thing. It's you're stopping that negative thought dead in its tracks, like, and just changing it to a positive thought. It's hard to do. It's hard. It feels like almost like you can't swallow something. I don't know. It's that bad. There's resistance. There's resistance, and you got to push past that resistance. And so many times in so many situations in my life do I fall back from that resistance, and I refrain from doing the things that I want to do. This is one of them. This is very hard for me to do. My mouth is so dry. It's like 3 a.m. and I'm making a YouTube video. But I really, really want people that are as timid as I am, as shy as I am, as anxious as I am, to be able to move forward. I just want to help people move forward. Even, like I said before, even if it's just to brush your teeth, to put on your shoes, to move from the bed to the couch, anything forward is good. When you're moving forward, that's the best direction to go. There's no real other way to go. Life just moves forward. Life doesn't stand still. Even if you stand still, it's like you were on a train. You got off the train. Now you're just standing there. The train's still moving. You're just standing there. You're on you're a bystander. You're stuck. Moving forward is the best way. Don't look back on the past. The present is the only really thing that exists. And basically just keep moving forward, Small steps. Another thing I learned was separate your thoughts from your feelings. So if you're about to do something that you want to do, your thoughts are telling you not to. Your body feels, your heart's pounding, you're sweaty, you're shaking, and Your body's just telling you, no, danger, danger, danger. Go back, go back. But you have to do the thing that you're about to do. You have to go forward. You have to go through it. You have to go through it, period. That's life. You have to go through it. And I've learned that time and time and time again. And it's something that is such a simple thought, but you don't realize how people don't get it, you know? I never did, you know? Of course, if you're feeling scared, you go back. Obviously, there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong, you know? Your brain is inside your body. Your brain can't tell what's on the outside. It's only you that can tell the brain what's on the outside. So when you're feeling anxious, you should turn that into excitement instead. So say like, oh, I'm so anxious to go to work today. I'm so anxious to go to a family party. That's one thing I have a problem with. And again, the only way to go is forward. Even if it feels bad, even if your body's telling you to go back, you got to go forward. Basically just you got to kind of tell your mind that you're excited, because it's the same feelings. It's the same kind of thing, you know? Your heart's pounding. It's excitement and anxiety are two of the same things. So if you tell your brain that you're excited instead of anxious, it works. The thing is you're going to get resistance every time you try to do these things, but you have to keep on doing them. So if you keep on doing them, they get easier and easier, as with anything in life, anything. So, and that's what I'm hoping with this YouTube channel. The more I do this, the better I will get. What else? I use it a lot to leave the house. I can tend to be a bit agoraphobic. I really don't like to leave the house unless I have to. And I can when if I have to if I have to work or if I have to go to the store. But I hesitate and I futz around and I procrastinate. I just don't leave the house. But if I use the 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, go. And you move right out of the house. So it does help me. And so I guess that's it for like that 5-second rule. So like I said, I wanted to mix the motivational with the spirituality. So I'm going to do a 3-card spread, and this will be for the collective. And meaning that this will be for everybody, anybody that's watching this. Anytime you watch it, it's timeless, as they say. So forgive me, I am still practicing, so I'm a little slow, but I am going to try to evolve with you. That's why I call it evolving together, because I'm going to evolve with you and you're going to evolve with me. Basically, if you guys want to leave comments about anything that I could do better, if you see the spread that I'm going to point out, then and you have a better explanation for it, then please put it in the comments. Maybe you can like build a little community down there, in the comments, whatever. But anyway, so here's a 3-card spread. I don't even know how to shuffle right, so. All right. What do we have for the collective? Spirit. What do we have for the collective? Spirit, what do we have for the collective? All right. I have to lick my fingers now because I'm old. All right. Oh. All right, 3 cards. Well, I don't really do reversals, so I'm just going to put these 3 out. Okay, so the Knight of Wands. the Knight of Wands. Shut up. For the recent past, King of Cups for the present, and the Hierophant for the recent future or near future. Okay, so Knight of Wands right here. If I don't know if you can see, but I guess you can. It means changes happening quickly, excitement, and not ready to settle down. It kind of seems like a worldly thing. Like that's, I feel like the way the world was before the pandemic happened. You know what I mean? So, but you know, it could mean anything for anybody out there. You know, so if it resonates with you, you know, it's for you. So the King of Cups for the present. Right here, and that is being kind, compassionate, emotional stability. It makes a lot of sense because this is it's almost as if like this is exactly the way I think I would read the things now, because the present we really should be more, you know, being kind, compassionate, emotionally stable. Like that's you know, what we should be striving to be right now. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this, you know, to try to help people understand that the world has to be positive. The world has to be, you know, more conscientious of one another. So, okay. And then the Hierophant is tradition, following the rules. And listening to elders and wise ones. So maybe that means like in the future, when we do kind of get this figured out, to keep it figured out, we should be listening to the rules, you know, and trying to abide by the rules, you know, of the world. We all live in one world. We all live in one space. I know that we have a lot of different countries and everything, but you know, this world is finite and we only really live in one world. And I think we have to start treating it like that. I think we have to start realizing that we, instead of drawing lines, we should really be coming together. That's something that I know sounds impossible, especially now, but it really should be a thing. You know, it really, it's probably going to be eventually, but right now, I'm hoping. And I'm positive about it. I know this is going to pass. Bad things always pass. They always pass, you know? So anyway, that's what I have for you. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked it. And remember, you can do this. You can. You know? If I can, you can. Thank you.